Hello Ned. This is Ned, my name is Lee, and we have something. Well, it's not actually a box set this time. What is it? It's two DVDs. DVDs? Yeah, just two DVDs, but I'll just show you. What we're looking at today are Return of the Living Dead and... What? Can you guess? No? Return of the Living Dead Part 2. Oh, right. So, Return of the Living Dead DVD. Now, these were quite hard to get for a few years. Really? Yep. I don't really know why. But I've got them both on DVD now. And this is the front of the box. Pretty cool. Weird. Yeah. Weird cool artwork. Is it zombies? Yeah. Well, yeah. So, there's a movie called The Living Dead. Right. And that is about... Can you guess what it's about? No? Well, it's about zombies. It's about people coming out of their graves, coming back to life and eating people. And then there was a sequel called Dawn of the Dead. And that was the same universe, but it was a lot more violent and gory, but really enjoyable. And there's another sequel called Day of the Dead. And again, the zombies have taken over the world, basically, and there are just little outposts of humans remaining. Like The Last of Us. Yeah, similar to The Last of Us. I can't believe they're ripped off The Last of Us. Yeah. No. So those three movies I spoke about were all created and I think they're all directed by George Romero. Hey, George Romero, he was like the master of zombie movies. Cool, what's he like? He seems like a nice guy. I actually met him. Really? He released a movie called Land of the Dead, 2005, 2004, something like that. And it screened in Edinburgh, and I was lucky enough to get a ticket to go. And yeah, he did a little speech before it and shook a few hands. Cool. Anyway, Return of the Living Dead is not George Romero, but it's his inspiration. Right. And in these movies, the zombies eat people, but they only eat their brains. Okay. That's a choice. Yeah. But this movie lasts 1 hour 27 minutes. And this is the back of the case. A few pictures from the movie. And a whole lot of text. Read it! Right, okay, I'll read it out. So it says, Dan O'Bannon, co-writer of the Alien films, Total Recall and Life Force, cranks up the terror in his directorial debut. A ghoul movie, done with style. Clu Gulager. What? Clu Gulager. Is that a name? Apparently. James Karen, Don Calfa and Tom Matthews star in this non-stop assault of skin-crawling jolts, eye-popping visuals and relentless suspense. When the employees of a medical supply warehouse accidentally bring a corpse back to life and then try to kill it, they awaken a lot more than its unquenchable hunger for live brains. For when they are finally able to dismember and burn the still-moving body, its undead ashes sprinkle down upon a nearby graveyard, inviting a whole party of flesh-eating zombies up from their graves. That sounds mad. It is a bit mad. It is as much of a comedy as it is a horror. Oh, really? Yeah. We'll watch it and you'll see what I mean. Sounds funny? Yeah. Now, it doesn't really have any special features. It does, look! Original theatrical trailer. Interactive menu screens and chapter selections. Well, I suppose that's better than nothing, isn't it? So that's Return of the Living Dead. Certificate 18. For a reason. Really? Yeah. Nudity? Yeah. Why do you always think it's going to be nudity? I'm just wondering. Is it? It actually is. In this movie, there's a woman who gets all her clothes off. Do you see everything? You see everything, but never mind. It's also about the gore and the bloodshed and things like that. Oh, let's see the disc. Oh, right, sorry. The inside of the case looks like this, and there's the disc. Oh, the artwork. Oh, what's that? Oh, look at that. It's got chapter lists. Do you remember when DVDs used to have chapters? Well, this has got them. And it says chapter 1, I won't go through them all actually, because we'll be here all day. That's pretty cool. I like doing DVDs in chapters, because sometimes I would watch a movie, yeah, and then maybe a day or so later I would think I would like to see that bit of the movie again. I don't want to have to fast forward through the whole thing. So let's go to the chapter list and find that bit, and I'll watch that fight scene or whatever again. The naked bit, no, not the naked bit, the fight scenes or the action scenes or something. Naked, no. Return of the Living Dead, Part 2. Just when you thought it was safe to be dead. What a tagline, yeah. This is 86 minutes long, so 1 minute shorter than the previous movie. Okay, does that matter? No, it doesn't, no. It says on the back, more genuine artistry than lots of prestige films. A hoot, it's fun! And that's the back. One picture. Well, two pictures, a little text. And it says here, at the movies, you can't keep the undead down. Brain-hungry zombies are resurrected with flair, style and humour in this sly sequel from director Ken Widerhorn. A new generation of ghouls is spawned when a barrel of nerve gas falling off an army truck is cracked open by neighbourhood toughs. The escaping greenish vapour turns the living into zombies and the dead into not so dead. Of course it seeps into the local cemetery, with groundbreaking results. See a severed hand on a spree in the back seat of a crowded car. Gasp as a zombie torso and its missing legs hopelessly seek for each other along the corridor. Search no longer, Fright fans. The Dead Fest is lively fun. This is weird. Yeah, it's a bit strange. There are special features. Right. Oh, commentary by director Ken Widerhorn and co-star Thor Van Lingen. Trailer. That's it. That is it. I started watching this already. What? Without me? Well, I wanted to make sure it wasn't too scary for you. Is it? No, definitely not. So there is no disc inside. But I had this on VHS when I was a kid. And I watched it again and again and again. Ha! Nor nudity. No, there's no nudity in this one, right? But I watched this again and again and again. I thought it was brilliant. And the artwork on the cover is so cool. That is really cool. I love that. To me, that is up there with movie posters. I like it, right? And watching it again earlier today, without me, yeah, sorry. Watching it again earlier today made me think, what was happening with my eyes when I was younger? Because it looked so cheap. So bad. The acting is terrible. But we're going to review both the films anyway at some point. I'm so glad to have them both on DVD. And I'm excited to see them. Stay excited because even if they're cheap, they're a lot of fun. Oh, and do you remember we spoke about Demons and Demons 2? Yeah, ages ago, yeah. And do you remember I told you in Demons and Demons 2 that in Demons 2 there are a lot of recurring actors coming back from the first movie? Yeah, that you said they're different characters. Yeah, that's right. Because maybe their character was killed off or whatever in the first movie, and the same actors come back in completely different roles in the second movie. Yeah. Where's this going? I thought you'd have figured out. The same is true of these movies. There are some actors in Return of the Living Dead who might not make it to the end or might go off somewhere, and the same actors come back as different characters in Return of the Living Dead Part 2. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Hit like, hit subscribe, watch another video. We'll see you soon, zombies.